Good evening, everyone. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to this enlightening session on leveraging AI to empower global educators. Today, we are honored to have with us a distinguished educator, researcher, and global mentor, Dr. Nelly Deutsch. Dr. Nelly Deutsch is an internationally recognized expert in computer assisted language learning, CALL, that is called Immersive Technologies and Artificial Intelligence in Education. She is the co-chair of Teachers of English to Speakers of Other Languages, Computer Assisted Language Learning, Internet sections. She is also part of the Electronic Village Online coordination team, a past lead, and an instructor at the Immersive Technology Master of Science program at Democratic University of Thrace, where she teaches at a distance using modular object-oriented dynamic learning environment that is Moodle. She is a mentor to educators worldwide. So Dr. Deutsch has taught English as a foreign language in kindergarten to grade 12 and higher education for over 40 years. He has been applying assisted language learning since 1992 and joined Second Life in 2007. And she has been a YouTuber since 2006 and served as a Moodle administrator. She offers free online professional development courses and webinars on Moodle for teachers and provides a Moodle platform under the Teachers Teaching Teachers Initiative. He founded the Moodle and Virtual World Massive Open Online Courses, MOOCs 2014 to 25, and online conferences like Connecting Online CO9 to CO25 and Moodle Moot Virtual Conferences, MMVC 11 to 25. So her leadership in conducting massive open online courses and international conferences have empowered countless educators globally. And she integrates learner autonomy, self-care, and mindfulness and the Alexander technique, team peer learning in her teaching approaches. And she incorporates open educational resources and various digital technologies that include Google Classroom, Google Bard, ChatGPT, Claude, Spatial, this virtual reality. So we will learn more from her. So she specializes in teaching immersive virtual reality and augmented reality experiences and technologies. So today, as she takes us on insightful journey exploring how AI can transform education, we eagerly look forward to learning from her vast expertise and practical experiences. So with that, I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Nelly Deutsch and to all participants joining us for this engaging session. So let's get ready to dive into the future of AI in education. Over to Dr. Nelly.
Thank you. Thank you so much for organizing this and for this amazing introduction. Right, so welcome everyone. Welcome once again to this session. And the session is called Leveraging AI for Empowering Global Educators. And I'd like you to add in the chat, do you feel that you are a global educator or just an educator? Feel free to add that in the chat. I think it would be interesting to see how you identify yourself. And while you're doing that, just keep doing it. There's a little bit more about me. I currently stopped teaching English as a foreign and second language. I teach immersive technologies at a distance at a university in Greece, and I also teach educators. That's what I currently do. The presentation is going to cover, first of all, getting acquainted, since we're all at a distance and I can't touch anybody because we're real, but we're virtual to each other. We're going to get acquainted so you can learn about yourself and we can learn about each other actually through a Kahoot, and then we'll go through some definitions, AI literacy, strategies on how to integrate AI tools into our teaching. 31, don't get scared, 31 AI tools for teachers, content preparation, course syllabus, for example, lesson plans, and then activities using these tools, Quizlet, a little game for us to play, and then the references. So to get started, I have shared this in the WhatsApp group. but you're invited to also take a photo if you've got your phone nearby. If not, we will share the link in the chat, right? Someone will do that. So in case you didn't get that, that was really quick. It just went by fast. So there it is again. 1, 2, 3, done. All right. So this is the game. Going to go there now. Now, don't worry about wrong answers because this is a poll. You don't have to, it's not a test. You just have to be as honest as you can, because if you're honest, you'll be able to gain a lot more. So try to think of the best answer for you. It's just a poll. Okay, we're going to start. Here goes. So the first question, to get acquainted. All right. Okay, so I see most of you are university or affiliated with universities, either students or teachers. So how do you feel about technology in the classroom? You don't have to be a teacher. You can also be a student and express how you feel. Very comfortable, uncomfortable, somewhat, or very uncomfortable. Right. Oh, wonderful. So I see that we have a nice group here, very uncomfortable and very comfortable. So we've got both ends of the stick. The next one is multi-select. So what sparks your curiosity about AI and education? In other words, why are you here? To improve student engagement, personalized learning, teacher training and professional growth, or right, thank you. Next is also multitask. How do you feel about introducing new AI tools into your teaching practice? By the way, I used AI to generate this, so I apologize if it's not that great, or maybe it is great. So how do you feel about introducing it into your teaching practice? Now, teaching practice doesn't only mean in the classroom, but it also means teacher preparation. So both teacher preparation and maybe classroom use. Excited. Wow. I'm glad. Okay. Every teacher should be excited. So next one, are there any particular aspects of your current teaching methodology where you see AI having a significant impact? Lesson planning and content creation, personalized feedback and assessments, student engagement and interaction, and supporting differentiated instruction, student engagement. That's what most teachers want. And of course, lesson planning. Next one, we've got 2 more to go. Do you have any concerns or questions about integrating into your teaching? Any concerns, questions? Impact on student motivation and engagement, ethical concerns, bias and data privacy, effectiveness and AI and improving language acquisition if you're a language teacher, or balancing AI with traditional teaching. This is quite balanced. 8, balancing. Okay, so we don't want to be thrown out of the classroom. We still want to remain in the classroom. What one practical skill or tool would you like to learn during this talk? Creating AI-generated lesson plans and material, in other words, content, AI for personalized student feedback and assessment, language learning tools, or class management and engagement. Great choice, but we see that there are other reasons. And the last one is multi-select. What would you like AI to assist you with? Here I am, an AI. What would you like me to do for you? Images for teaching material, videos to enhance lessons, AI-driven chatbots for student interaction, AI-generated podcasts for student learning, personalized lesson planning and adaptation, automated feedback, and student assessment. So I see we've got everything except number 2, that's the lowest. If you want to continue, you can continue playing this, not live, but you can continue playing it for as much as you want. So the presentation is available, and you can also do it later on whenever you have the time if you missed the live one. Right, so let's continue with some definitions. All right, so when you think of leveraging AI for empowering global educators, you got some answers there. What do you think of? Okay, so let's take a look at some of these. Empower educators. Educators need power. All right, so what we want to do is we want to provide them with tools, resources, bots, and lots of tools to help them create amazing lessons, courses, and of course, activities for their students. And we want it done quickly, as fast as possible, and very effective. Global educators, I asked at the beginning if you feel that you are a global educator. I'm not sure how many answered that, but I feel definitely that I'm a global educator because that's how I learn. I learn from educators around the globe by providing them with professional development courses and other conferences, workshops, and so on. So I feel that working with other teachers from around the globe enriches me and helps me understand much more about what I do as an educator. Next is AI literacy. Literacy is the ability to understand AI tools, what they do, not so much the back end of how things are done, but as much as possible. And we can get this by simply going into one of these tools and just asking questions. What can you provide me? What are the dangers? And you'll get all the answers that you wish and much more. AI for instruction and learning. This, of course, everybody understands what it means. The tools that can create curriculum development, lesson planning, syllabus, student assessment, personalized learning, and everything to improve our teaching. Well, it's not so much our teaching, but the content of what we provide our students, because no AI tool can replace us, of course, as human beings. Our personalities cannot be duplicated. Our warmth, our caring attitude, the caring attitude that every educator has cannot be replaced by an AI. So these are just assistants. And of course, there are ethical uses in the classroom. Many issues. We'll be discussing some of them: data privacy, academic integrity, bias mitigation, and of course, student well-being. And then there are AI assistants. These are virtual bots. And right now, they're only virtual. Maybe one day they will be more than virtual. They'll be real humanoids in the classroom. Another term is AI-generated content. This is content generated by an AI tool, not by me, not by you, but by a tool that generates these quizzes. We only provide a little bit of information, and then it's produced by the AI tool. And personalized learning, of course, is tailoring instruction and assessments based on our individual students. Now, it doesn't have to be student needs. It could be for each and every one of my students. I can provide a lesson plan, quizzes, and so on. So it doesn't have to be for the whole class. It could be individualized for each student. And then there's, of course, AI for professional development. This is what I provide. This is what is happening right now. You are getting professional development from an organization that provides this for you in India, but there are others here from around the globe. Adaptive learning is learning by experiencing AI-driven content. So it's not content created by a person using a pen and pencil or using crayons or using anything that's tangible. Okay, it's all AI driven and it's virtual. We have to remember that it's all virtual. It's not pen and paper. And then, of course, automated assessment is where AI driven tools generate the grade, analyze student assessment, and everything. So it's not produced by a teacher, it's automated assessment, and something to think about whether that's what we want, or maybe semi-automated, not fully automated. Any questions about that, feel free to add in the chat. Hopefully at the end, I'll be able to answer some of your questions. So let's take a look at how AI can empower teachers by assisting them. Well, first of all, we mentioned curriculum development. How many of you spend hours developing your curriculum for the next course? Hours, maybe days, weeks. I don't know. How long do you spend? I know that I spend months. It could take months. So a lot of time. I'm trying to see if we've got how long it takes. In my case, now with AI tools, I can think of the last syllabus that I created took me, I think, about 7 to 10 hours with AI. It still took me a long time, but it would have taken me days to do it. So sometimes, even with an AI tool, it could take some time, a few hours. So if you want to be able to have something that caters to what you want exactly, you need to be involved. You can't just, hit a button and have it done for you. I mean, it could happen, but it might not be what you want for your class. So be careful. Automation is wonderful, but does it suit you? So curriculum development, it saves time. It should align with educational standards, have fresh perspectives, and create structured learning paths. So you have to be involved. Differentiated instruction, it caters to diverse learner needs, student engagement, and also improves learning outcome. And this has been documented. I've got a few references at the end that you can go over. And then there's personalized instruction, which is very similar to differentiated. But as I mentioned before, personalized instruction means that I can, based on my students' interests or just as individuals, because nobody is similar, or maybe similar, but nobody's the same as someone else. We all have different personalities, different needs, different moods. So whatever suits us is very, very personal. And you can do this because it's so fast. Cater to each student on a one-to-one basis. I think this is really important. And this is something that I, as a language teacher, have always wanted. I wanted to be able to cater to each and every one of my students on a one-to-one basis, which is why I went online and started using virtual tools. But now with AI, it's a lot easier, specifically with the bots. Assessment, creation, analysis, and content creation. All these save time and are better than what any human can do. I mean, I couldn't do this, not this fast and not as effective as an AI tool. So it can assist with preparation, with engaging activities, and the final, very, very important aspect of AI assistance is the fact that you're not alone. If I decide at 2 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning, or maybe 6 o'clock in the morning, whatever time, or at night, late at night, that I want to create something, I want to do something from my class, and I'm not sure about it, and I want to have a discussion. I want to discuss this with another teacher, but I can't wake up the teacher in the middle of the night or early in the morning or different hours. It's not right. So I can go in and chat about this activity and get feedback, communicate with an AI tool, with a bot. So I'm not alone anymore. And this is wonderful for teachers who generally feel very much alone, which is why professional development is so popular, because you're not alone. And sources. Now, sources are really important, whether it's academic papers or whether it's other information. It's fast and it's faster than search engines. You can find information, more effective information, instead of using Google Scholar. There are lots of AI research assistants that do the job a lot better than they combine different sources for you. And nowadays, for example, ChatGPT provides you with a search engine as well, and not just ChatGPT, Gemini. And Copilot do as well, and Perplexity, of course, does it. But you have a choice. And as I said, it's quick, effective, and saves a lot of time. So we could do a lot of amazing things and save time. What we do need, and this is where the professional development comes in, is AI literacy. Very important for us. And why AI literacy? Well, first of all, because we want to know, we're teachers, we love to learn, and we want to enhance our teaching. We want to improve how we do things. And we want to be able to use AI responsibly. So we want to know what to teach our students about AI. What tools to use? What are free tools? Are these tools available around the world? If I teach in Cuba, I want to know what is available in Cuba. Or if I have students from China, I want to know what tools are available in China. And I can ask these questions and learn as I go. So for teachers, AI tools are amazing because it's a chance for us to do what we love most, besides teaching, of course, and that is learning so that we are wonderful teachers. And of course, prepare our students, which is what we also love to do, to be able to help students and pave the way for their future lives, personal lives and professional lives. We need to understand the tools as much as we can. We need to use them as much as we can so we can learn about them, learn about their benefits and their drawbacks. And then we can integrate them into the classroom. But we have to find out whether all our students are able to access them, which is very, very important. So our role as teachers is to learn about the tools and evaluate them, to review them, and then pass it on to other teachers and our students. And of course, ethical issues, and there's so many of them. And they shouldn't scare us. We should just know about them and make sure that our students know about them. Make sure that our students realize the ChatGPT free version hallucinates, but the ChatGPT paid version does not. But our students can't afford it. So maybe we shouldn't use a tool like ChatGPT, which hallucinates with a free version, but doesn't with a paid version. So we have to check these things and find out where our students can get free tools that do not hallucinate, which is super important. And then take professional development programs so that we can not only learn, but also share what we know. And that's what these are. And prepare, as I said, our students for the future. Some of the benefits of these AI tools that we will go through our course, as I mentioned, course syllabus, engaging activities, evaluation, feedback. Now, feedback using an AI automated tool may not be fair to students, but combining what you think with how an AI tool might express it might sound even better and save you a lot of time. And of course, reflective practice for both the teacher and the student. It's important to set clear, measurable learning goals and not forget what we are meant to do, and that is teach. So set the goals and make sure that there are measurable goals. And then deliver your interactive and engaging activities. But remember, as I said, to reflect not only you as a teacher on how things went, but also ask students. Ask for their reflections, not feedback on you, but reflections on the tools. How did you feel about your performance with the tools? Do you feel that you learned? Even if they feel that they did, maybe they didn't. You can test that and see how they felt, if it's the same as what their actual outcomes. So there's a lot of learning involved. And I think, as I said, that's what we love to do. And then plan and create lessons with the help of an AI tool. These are all very, very relevant and important to us. And then I've mentioned this already, prepare, instruct, and reflect. That's the way I see it. First, we need to prepare with the help of an AI tool, conduct our instruction using the activities, use collaborative learning as much as we can and project-based learning as much as we can so that students become creators of their own content rather than repeat what we tell them or what we want them to know. And then learn from what we do. These are the 31 tools that I promised you. I've been using these with the teacher educators that I work with. There are a lot of them, but they're all free, or at least have a free version. And the paid version, which some of these also have, are not better. They might have more, but they're not much better. You can still work with the free versions. Some of these tools change. For example, TWE at the bottom in the second row from the left. TWE has changed. It used to be free, completely free. And then they started restricting. And that's what sometimes happens. AI tools have a business to run, remember? And so they make changes according to their business plan. But there are some free ones. For example, Mizzou is completely free for teachers. It's a bot and it's free. Quizgecko also has a wonderful free version for quizzes. Magic School is wonderful with the free version. 11 Labs is not. Easy Peasy is great. So some of these are wonderful. You'll have to take a look at them and see which ones are completely free and are very, very effective. School AI is also very effective. Going to go through some of these. We'll start with preparing. We'll go through the various stages that a teacher goes through. So first of all is preparing. And these tools are all free, and the free version is amazing. So there's Canva. Now, Canva has a lot of interesting things besides images, if you're not familiar. For example, lesson plan. Did you know that Canva has an AI lesson plan generator? It has other things that I'll show you later on, but it has a lesson plan. If you want to find these, all you need to do is go into Google search engine or go into one of the AI search engines and ask for Canva lesson plan generator, and you'll find it. And then there's CourseBox, where you can generate a syllabus for your course development. Cascade, which is also for a lesson plan. Most of these are for lesson plans. This is what the Canva AI assistant looks like. Isn't that amazing? Canva as an AI lesson generator. Notice you write lesson plan, and then you get the different sizes for your lesson plan. You can have presentations or videos and so on for your lesson plan. And then this is for CourseBox, and you go through the stages, but make sure that you customize it so that you don't create a course out of nothing. Okay, that is not realistic. So you need to be involved. So teacher involvement is very, very important. And this is Cascade, which is also lovely. Notice there's a prompt here where you describe what you want. So if you're looking for a lesson plan or a syllabus, you ask for it, and then you'll be able to communicate with the bot. And then these are some other tools. I developed about 15 GPTs. One of them is how to develop online courses, but you can also develop lesson plans. It's called Develop Online Courses. And then there's Easy Peasy, which is also nice. This is Easy Peasy. This is what it looks like. Notice here, you add the subject, and then you add the grade level, what you want your students to learn. And this is very important, but it's organized for you. You don't have to add it to a prompt. Here they ask you questions, and then the standards and additional information. If the standards don't suit you because they're not related to your neck of the woods, you can add additional instructions and get the information there. This is the one that I developed called Develop Online Courses. Here, you just add a prompt of what you want, ask for anything, ask for a lesson plan, ask for activities, ask for a syllabus, anything you wish. Ask for an activity on Moodle, on Canvas, or on any other learning management system, and you'll get it. And these are some others. There's Gemini. This is by Google. Now, Gemini is also limited with the free version. It doesn't hallucinate as much. Maybe with some search references, it does, but with the advanced, it gives you a lot more. I think the cheapest for the advanced is when you add more space to your Gmail, and then you get Gemini Advanced and other perks. And then there's Logic Balls. I know it sounds funny, but you can also create lesson plans. Chalky is amazing. For lesson plans and other things, there's EduAid for lesson generator and School AI, which is brilliant. And I'll show you what they look like. So this is Gemini. Notice I have the advanced. So I get better information. I asked for a lesson plan for a debate topic with pros and cons on TikTok. That was the subject. Absolutely. Here's the lesson plan. All right. So that's for a debate. And then there's Logic Balls. And then notice Logic Balls has a lot more than lesson plans, but it has lesson plans for whatever subject area and curriculum that you use, whether it's British or another kind, Canadian, UK bookkeeping, UK federal, different things. So you can just ask for it if it doesn't appear. So that's Logic Balls. And then this is Chalky. As I said, that's one of my favorites. What shall we create today? We're here to help. And then you can have a single lesson series where you have one following the other, and worksheets. Who doesn't love worksheets that you can print out for your students or have your students, if they're older, print up and bring to class? And then there's EduAid for lesson plans. Notice this looks like Magic School. If you're familiar, we'll look at Magic School in a minute. Notice this is the free version. And you can have lesson plan, Gagne or Montessori, or learning objectives. So these are quite thorough, or project-based learning. This is quite nice for lesson plans, EduAid. And then there's School AI that I mentioned. Notice what it has here: lesson plans, worksheets, multiple choice quiz, besides text lever, IEP, build your own rubric. Okay, everybody's interested in rubrics. And it also has a text translator, which is also nice. And then there are others like Magic School that I just mentioned, and Teach Genius is also nice. There's a lesson plan from Magic School, just a lesson plan, because Magic School has a lot more. But notice here, you can give your grade level, university, since most of you are affiliated with universities, and then top standard or objective, and then additional criteria, and it'll create your lesson plan for you in seconds. And then there's Teach Genius that I like so much. And the reason I like it is because it looks better on the eye. It's not all over the place. Everything's on the left, and it's not that much. And here for the lesson plan, you can copy, share it with your colleagues and others. Notice here the topic, learning objectives, the grade level, and here would be university. Many of these are geared for the United States, but not only. This is what I meant before when I said that Canva is more than about images. I created these images with an AI image generator on Canva. And notice what's here. The first one is a voice generator. You can now, if you click on it, you'll get to Canva voice generator. It'll generate voices for you. And these are free. And then there's AI video generator. Videos are very important for students. They like to watch videos. That's how they learn best. So we need to think about that. And Canva makes it easy. You can create a video generator with the help of Canva and, of course, image. So voice, video, image, and lesson generator with Canva. So that has been a tour so far. We have gone on a road trip, and we're going to continue the road trip. I hope you've got lots of questions there. So we need to start somewhere. So today, if you haven't started already, today you're going to start, and you're going to go very, very slowly. There's no need to hurry. Okay, travelers, we need to decide small steps, a little bit every day, and reflect. Give it a try in your classroom. See what your students say about it. They will love you for telling them that you want to try something new. You go into the class and say, today, I'd like to try something new. Would you like to do that? Try something new? And they'll probably say, yes, of course. And remember to reflect at the end. And these are the tools. Some of them, most of them are repeated again for the various stages. So the first stage, notice here, I've added some other tools like Notebook LM that we haven't seen before. Notebook LM is by Google, and it is powerful. You can create podcasts, and students love it. They can do the same. So it's not just for the teacher, it's relevant for the students as well. These are for teaching. I've added them according to the application. So learning goals, teaching preparation, designing engaging teaching activities, evaluating student output, and these overlap. This is Quizgecko. I think Quizgecko is amazing because the free version has so much to offer. Notice what you can do here. You can upload notes, papers, or PDFs and create activities based on that. You can import existing questions and create a quiz based on that. You can take text, add the text, paste it, and let Quizgecko create the quiz for you. Or you can add a link of a website that you want your students to study, and then add a quiz based on the link that you shared. Now, this is the amazing part. You can share a YouTube link, which Twee used to do for free, but it doesn't anymore. Add the link and it'll generate quizzes from the link. And notice something else. You can actually integrate Quizlet set, the flashcards, and everything else with Quizgecko. And subject, you can just choose, sorry about that, you can just choose a subject and then create a quiz like that, or manual, just create the questions yourself. Who wants to do that? But you can. And then maybe ask for help from Quizgecko. Right, so now that we mentioned Quizlet, we are going on another adventure. This time you have a chance to show what you know. Okay, so we've got 10. Okay, I think that, I see, okay. I think we can start. Okay, now we don't have any music, so we'll put some music up. This is wonderful in the classroom. Students love it. They have a good time. I also let them create their own games. They work in teams in the physical classroom, so everybody's huddled up in their tables. Okay, that's it for today, folks. All right, so we've got our winner there. We can play again, but we're not going to. But it's really a lot of fun, especially, so thank you. Next, we are going to look at bots. Now, bots are really, I think they're probably the best way to engage learners by creating either team bots, individual bots, class bots. All of that is possible. And according to research, bots are actually not just powerful tools, but students improve by using bots. And I'm sure there'll be more research on that. Now, some of the bots that you can get for free are character AI. And students can actually get them and they can practice various skills, whether it's science skills, math skills, any skill. 11 Labs, as I said, it also has a free version. Mizzou, completely free for educators, and you can customize it to do whatever you want with your students. Google Note LM, Riffbot, completely free. It was developed by Stanford University and Letizia Britos. She developed this amazing way of reflecting. As I said, completely free for educators. You just have to ask to get it on the main page. She also wrote a book called Habit of Reflections because she's very, very involved with reflections. And I think reflective practice is probably the best teaching methodology for learning that we can think of. And then there are school AI, and I mentioned school AI. There are bots that aid with various tasks. And these are some of the tasks. Take a look at this. Co-teacher. Who doesn't want a co-teacher that doesn't criticize them, that is always polite to them, that always says, you're doing amazing work, that always empowers them, right? So this is school AI with a co-teacher for support. And that's something we all need. And then there's space designer, create engaging learning environments. There's AI coach on using AI in the classroom. How are you going to use AI in the classroom? Are you going to ask me or someone else? Just go into school AI and AI coach assistant and have a conversation. Common Core expert, support with Common Core standards, a curriculum coach, organize and create new course content with School AI curriculum coach, digital literacy coach. Who doesn't want a digital literacy coach by their side 24/7 to help with technology tool, any tool for free? And then there's essay grading assistant, an assistant, an AI assistant that'll help you grade your essays based on rubrics, not just anything, but rubrics. Field trip coordinator, planning a trip for your students, use the field trip coordinator, school AI bot. And then there's, but they don't call themselves bots, they call themselves assistants. And then there's project-based activities. You can brainstorm activities for your students whenever you want with school AI project-based activities assistant. And then this is super important, research assistant. Get assistance with research on any topic. Now, wouldn't you like to try school AI? I think it's absolutely amazing. There's a lot out there, a lot of AI tools for educators, but we really have to be careful and make sure that it suits our needs. So this is what the school AI teacher assistants look like. There's the co-teacher, the space designer, and you can just chat with them. Now, I suggest you start today, right after the session, or give yourself 5 minutes just to see what they're like. And these are also part of School AI, project-based activity expert. You can chat with the assistant and research assistant. Now we're nearing the end of ethical and bias. We almost reached the end. What we need to consider, we all know, inclusivity and opportunities at the same time. Do our students have internet? Those who don't, what are we going to do with them? VPNs, I don't recommend. They cost money, and why should they bother? There are free versions of everything, yet some free versions are limited with hallucinations. And some students don't have electricity. They're limited. And what about batteries? So these are challenges and solutions. We also need to deal with data privacy, mitigating biases. Biases in images. Why are all the images Western looking? Why do they all look the same? Why don't they look like me? I mean, students want the images to look like them. Teachers feel that the images should reflect the students and not look like, others that look very different. We feel comfortable with those that look like us in most cases. So these are biases with the images and data. We don't know where the information comes from, and we don't know where the information is going when we use these AI tools because they're using our information. If you want to continue taking courses for free, I provide free online professional development courses. Every month there's a course, except for maybe 1 or 2 months. I think about 8 to 9 months a year you can take courses or go to conferences. So I developed it in 2009 because I felt that I wasn't getting teacher professional development that I wanted. So I decided to do it myself. And that's how I got started. I have 2 Moodle sites that I use for teacher training. And I provide hands-on active participation. Teachers create their content and they get certificates with hours. There's an interesting paper here on ChatGPT and Moodle. There's a lot of research out there, not enough research, but there are at least 3 GPTs and Copilot on Moodle the teachers can use. And these are some of the ChatGPTs on Moodle. There is contextual conversing, where you can get dialogues and other interactions for your students on Moodle. There's also feedback response. Moodle has a lot of analytics. Adaptive tutoring is also available where students can have tutoring in the LMS in Moodle, and there's resource generation. Some of the courses, I'm going to go through them very quickly. You can get the presentation and go through them more extensively yourself. These are some of the courses, many for English language teachers. This is for Moodle. Every January, all the courses are based on the month. There is the one that's taking place right now in March, AI for Student Collaboration. Registration is open in all the courses except this one that's taking place right now, but it will open when the course is over. There's one in May for Moodle, AI-generated Moodle courses. There's one on WebQuest, AI-generated WebQuest, AI-generated, videos, AI-generated tools and personalized learning. Sorry about the titles. It's not AI generated. And then there's AI generated action research to improve instruction in October. These are the references. There's on Canva, AI revolution in education. Will AI replace or assist teachers in higher education? Assist, hopefully. This is for 2025, evaluating the impact of Moodle, AI-powered chatbots, and metacognitive teaching. Here's one by Gao, Anwar, Hipwal, automated assessment of text-based responses in post-secondary education, and new era of artificial intelligence from 2023. All my images were created except for the ones by Canva by Ideogram. And there's one by Jen and Verma, predictive analytics in AI-enhanced e-learning platforms such as Moodle and others. Lynn, Chatbot, ChatGPT, and Moodle walk into a bar, a demonstration of AI's mind-blowing impact on e-learning. And then there's one by adaptive assessment models by Leo and Zhang. And the QR codes were used by QR Monkey, which is completely free. You don't even need to create an account. I don't have an account with them. You just go in to that link and you create your QR codes, and they look professional, and you'll see them in a minute. And then there's Rodriguez and Lopez, enhancing student engagement with AI-based personalized learning paths. And Salis Rueda, notice here, use of deep learning and decision tree techniques to analyze the incorporation of technology. You can take a look at this later on. And there's the QR code. Now, this QR code of the presentation was created by QR Code Monkey, where I didn't have to even log in because I don't have an account. And look what I could do here. I could even add an image to it, and it generated it for me. So it's really beautiful, I think. So try it, QR Monkey. And let's connect. On YouTube, you can ask me questions about this video that will appear. LinkedIn, you may connect and ask questions, or on Facebook. I don't use WhatsApp very much, so that's not something. And that's it. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope I didn't take too much of your time, and that you start today, that you try out at least school AI, something, so that you can feel that you did it. You were empowered. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nele.
See you. Yes.
Thank you. So now I hand over the session to Dr. Balbir to give a vote of thanks for this nice, enriching session. Really, it was really beautiful, and
Thank you.
the game we have played, activities we have played. So Balbir, Kaur, please go for vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. It is my honor and privilege to extend a vote of thanks at the conclusion of International Training Program on leveraging AI to empower global educators, organized by the Digital Circle Council for Teachers Professional Development CTPD India. This session has successfully brought together educators, innovators, and thinkers from across the globe to train and empower them with an understanding of the future of education in an ever evolving digital landscape of leveraging AI into classrooms. I would like to begin by expressing my deepest gratitude to our esteemed expert and resource person, Professor Dr. Nele Deutsch, for her insightful and engaging presentation, as well as her expertise in her international perspective on AI enriched the presentation and conversations with global insights on empowering educators globally with AI enabled digital pedagogies. The presentation on AI tools to empower global educators were thought provoking and have opened up new avenues for us to explore. The knowledge of free tools ready to use by teachers was amazingly helpful. This session was so engaging that time fell short, but are interested in. I have acknowledged and I have also uh, attended many sessions like this, but this was the most engaging and interesting session I've ever come across. Your contributions have been instrumental in enhancing our understanding of how AI enabled technology can be harnessed to improve education and support learner diversity. A heartfelt gratitude to our President CTPD India, Dr. Sanjay Kumar, for his guidance and valuable contributions that made this session so impactful. I extend special thanks to our circle directors and board of directors, and also to Dr. Jugnu Khatar Bhatia, Dr. Reena Onyal Tiwari, Dr. Satendra Gupta, and all others who supported us directly or indirectly in the organization and success of this program. A special thanks to Dr. Parvesh Lata, Circle Director, Digital Circle CTPD India, for her contributions in time, enthusiasm, and engagement in making this session successful. Finally, I thank the amazing audience for attending this session with such enthusiasm and support, without which this session would not have been possible. I request Dr. Pravesh Lata ma'am to present a virtual memento to our expert, Dr. Nelle Deutschu, for such an amazing presentation of this session.
Really, it's a very big thanks to you that you have lead this program.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. I know
Over to you,
how
Balveer
much
ma'am.
hard work went into this. So I'm very, very grateful. Thank you.
So, before we end this session, let us continue to explore new horizons in education and strive for advancements that will shape the future of learning.